everybody, my name is James and welcome to the first ever vlog of 2021. Now I hope that this year will get better and I'll produce more content for you guys to watch. Anyway, without further ado, today's video is the Q&A session. Yes, it's the one that you've all been waiting for. Over the past couple of weeks I've asked you to send in some questions, and blimey, what questions have we got for this session? A massive thank you to everybody that has sent in their questions, and I'm here to answer them for you all. But before we do any of that, there's only one thing for it. Yes, let's roll the titles. Without further ado, let's get into the questions. So the first person that sent in me some questions was from TicoSprinter. Hello Tico, hope you're doing well, mate. And he asked me 3 questions. The first question he asked me was, what is the one station that you would like to visit in 2021? Well Tico, I can answer that for you. The one station that I would like to visit this year it would have to be Doncaster. The reason why it's Doncaster is, one, I haven't been in ages whatsoever, about a few years ago. 2, they've just done the outside of it, which looks amazing, so I can't wait to go back there. And also the traffic that you get on the railway lines. So you get the Class 800 Zoomers by LNER. You'll also get the 195/331s by Northern. You also get the 185s at Transpennine Express, and you also get the cross countries as well, I believe. So the next question that he asked me was, what is your favourite train? Now there are hundreds across the network in the UK. I've just whittled it down to just one. Yes, I think it has to be the Class 158. The reason being is that the interiors look amazing, the engines that you can hear on the train whilst you travel on the train are fantastic, and they're nice to ride on as well on my line. So the last question that Tico sent to me was, how did you become a train enthusiast? Well, it all happened when I was young at the time, and my mum always used to take me to the Medway shopping centre in Sheffield, which you can see above. And I always used to get excited when the train actually pulled in to the station. And you always get that feeling that you know that your train ride is always going to be fun and you're always going to enjoy it as well. Now, you may have noticed that I am wearing a different top. That's because I'm filming this on a different day. Anyway, back to the video. So the next person to send me some questions in was from a fellow Twitterer and a fellow rail enthusiast called Jed Kendray, and he asked me 3 questions. So the first question that he asked me was, when did you first get into the railway enthusiast hobby? Well Jed, it all started when I first looked at pictures and videos of different locomotives, for example the Class 37s, the Class 50s, the Class 20s. And that got me thinking, maybe one day I could be an enthusiast of some sort, whether that be in buses, trains, trams, tram trains, who knew? So the next question that he asked me was, what's your favourite loco/unit/carriage? Well, after much consideration, my favourite loco would have to be the class 158 Sprinter. I'm not going to lie, but they do look great, and they operate on lots of different services across the country. So the final question from him was, what's your favourite bus? Now, where I live here in Barnsley, or in South Yorkshire, we have lots of different types of buses, but the one I've picked would have to be the Alexander Dennis Enviro 400 NMC. Now, the interiors on them buses are amazing. The reason being I've chosen the bus is that they have leather seats, which are comfortable, USB charging ports, and also the Wi-Fi that Stagecoach has on their buses. I'll tell you a little story, right? I accidentally fell asleep on one on my way home after a long day out in Sheffield. I was so knackered, I pulled the seat at the rest arm at the side of the chair. Blimey, did I fall asleep. Luckily I didn't miss my stops, I'm fine. Thank you for your questions, Jed. I hope that you strive through this lockdown, which we all will, and I hope you keep at it at work as well. So, the next person to ask me some questions was from Twitter user Specter, and he asked me 3 questions. So the first question that he asked me was, are you planning to do anything other than vlogs in your channel? Well, Specter, that's a very interesting question, that, and well, at the moment in time, vlogs will be the only thing that I will do. But once we are out of this lockdown, then I will make other videos that aren't vlogs, if that answers your question. So, the second question that he asked me was, have you tried or are you planning on putting any other genres into your vlogs, such as comedy or horror? Well, like I said in the previous question, after we come out of the lockdown, I'll try and add different genres into my vlogs, whether that would be comedy, horror, movie related, dramatic, or any other type of genre. Well, the final question that he asked me was, now I had to admit this was very hard for me to do, but I've answered it, and it was, is there any ideology you have when it comes to filming? So every video that a YouTuber does, and I'm sure my fellow YouTubers will know, that you need to plan your videos out. For me personally, I do a mixture. So sometimes I don't plan them at all, and I just do it when I'm out, or I plan them out, might be days or weeks in advance before I actually go and film the content that are in the videos. Thank you for your questions, Spectre. Much appreciated, and I hope I'll see you soon. So, the final questions for this Q&A vlog comes from my sister Sophie. Now, I don't know what these questions are, but she's picked them for me to answer. So, she has asked me 3 questions. And the first question that she has asked me was, are there any other places that you would like to visit and film at? Well, Sophie, hopefully when this lockdown ends, I would really like to go and visit Doncaster, as I mentioned in the questions at the start of this vlog. But also, I would love to go and visit Leeds. Now, the reason why I want to visit Leeds is because I went with the family 2 years ago. But I really want to visit the place for myself, as there's lots of fantastic places to visit around the centre of Leeds. So it'll be fantastic to go this year or next year. So, the second question that she asked me was, do you do any planning for your videos? So, as I have mentioned before, in the previous questions, sometimes I plan them and sometimes I don't plan them. But that's a simple way of saying it, really. So, here we are, we made it. Final question, and the final question of the Q&A vlog is, what place have you been fascinated about the most? Now, the place that I've been fascinated about the most is, well, probably the one I visited the most is Sheffield. Now, most of my days out vlogs have been in Sheffield. Now, for those of you who haven't been to Sheffield, you must go. It's a really nice place to visit. There's lots of different buildings, and there's lots of places to visit as well, including the Meadowhall Shopping Centre, Hillsborough, and the city centre itself. Well, there you have it. The Q&A session is now finally over. I just want to say a massive thank you to everybody that has sent in their questions. This was really fun to make, and I hope that you enjoyed it as well. Please make sure that you have liked the video, shared it, but most important of all is that you're subscribed to the channel by clicking